Hello everyone, this is Anish Verma and you are listening to the Empower Your Mind for Success podcast, the podcast for anyone who wants to build an entrepreneurial mindset. Faith is something very important for all of us in our life. But when someone says faith, what kind of picture comes in your mind? Usually it is to do with some kind of a religion. Most of the world is religious, believes in one religion or the other. So when someone talks about faith, someone thinks about religion pretty instinctively. But that's not what I'm talking about when I mean faith. Faith doesn't have to be about God. It can be about believing into some omnipresent energy, some supernatural power that we can't put a shape or form to. But faith is something that we all live with, right? It's a choice that we make, and a very wise choice that we choose to have faith in life in general, right? In good things, in good people. It's very important for the entrepreneur's mindset. In the mid 90s, I was in my third year of engineering. And sometime during the second semester of the third year, I had concluded that I do not want to be an engineer. But I had to obviously complete my engineering, did not want to leave that midstream. But what I mean is I did not want to be a designer, right? Doing design analysis and simulations and designing products. I did not find that interesting. I was more fascinated by processes, by the manufacturing process, being more on the process design side as opposed to the product design side. After I finished my, at the end of the third year, before fourth year started, most of us had full-time job offers. And then after I finished my fourth year, I remember before I started my job, I took a trip to the northern part of India. That's the part of India I'm from. But my parents and we lived together in the western part of India. So, it was a nice train journey, 36 hours, a beautiful journey. If people love to travel in trains. In those days, mid 90s, it was one of the cheapest forms of travel. I should not say cheaper form of travel. Airfare was very expensive and not easily available in those days. So, we used to travel a lot by train. So this time I was traveling all by myself. And I went to the northern part of India and stayed with multiple cousins of mine and relatives of mine, couple of days here, couple of days there. And I met one of my cousins and he and I went out for a drink. And, I remember very clearly, he had a friend who was an astrologer or had a very strong belief in astrology. And, I believe in zodiac signs and, the future that comes along every month, every week in the newspaper about those zodiac signs. I believed in them. I chose to believe in it. So I met, my cousin and his friend for a drink. And this guy, he was asking me, told me I'm an astrologer. I said, that's cool. Let me tell you my place of birth, time of birth and date of birth. Maybe you can help me understand something. And, he said, yeah, sure. So, after we had a drink or two, we all left and, we had a telephonic conversation. I had a telephonic conversation with this astrologer friend. And he told me, Anish, I'm surprised you are still in India. You should have already gone abroad by now. But I'm very certain that before 2000, you will not be in India. You would have left India, you would have moved abroad and moved on in life. I said, wow, that sounds pretty cool. In third year of my engineering, when I decided I don't want to be a product designer, I decided that I want to pursue my master's in administration, in business administration, and ideally from abroad. Now, because he told that to me in 1996, and I chose to believe or have faith in astrology, I took what he said to heart. And in 1999, I was in the US, mid of 1999. Now, why I'm telling you this story is because now, so many years later, when I have figured out certain things about how entrepreneurs think of, and how how our mind works, how our thoughts basically rule the way we live in our life, how our choices have a definite impact on our life and our future, how what we choose to believe in becomes a reality. That is why I wanted to convey this story, because it is very fascinating to me that I chose to believe what this astrologer friend of mine said. And the astrologer friend was coming from a position of authority and expertise in his subject, which was astrology, and he, based on my zodiac sign, made a prediction. And I chose to believe in it because that is what I wanted to do. So I always remember that, reflecting back on my life, I have chosen to believe in anything that was positive, right? If an astrologer told me, yeah, you're going to have a tough health situation 10 years from now, I chose not to believe in it, or at least try to forget it. But by focusing on the positives that he told me, right? You cannot forget something negative by reminding yourself to forget it. It's an oxymoron. So you cannot do that. So you can forget only negative things by reminding yourself of positive things. The only way you can, minimize the impact of negative thoughts is by diluting it with positive thoughts, right? Remember, subconscious mind and conscious mind, anything that is fed to it is in it. You cannot delete it. There is no backspace. The only thing you can do is dilute it by repeating positive things. So, I was thinking about this today because I was writing something around faith, and I remembered this story, and I thought I'll share that with my listeners today. And I want to share this with you because I hope while listening to this, you can reflect back on your journey of where you are today, how you got here. I am pretty certain it is not luck. Okay, luck is something that people who are not successful use to justify why they are in the situation they are in, right? That is why people use the word luck. But luck is basically the intersection. Luck occurs at the intersection of opportunity and being prepared, right? So if you are thinking about something, it's a burning desire in your mind, it's a dominant thought of you wanting to do something, you keep on doing that and taking some action towards it. When opportunity arrives and it coincides with your being ready, that is when luck happens. So luck is not some kind of a miracle, right? Luck is designed by the choices we make, the actions we take, and being prepared and choosing what we want to have faith in and what we want to believe in. So think about this, right? Choose to have faith, right? Some people say, no, I don't have faith. I don't believe in God. And again, I want to remind everybody, we are not talking about that kind of faith. We are talking about having faith in life. Anybody who says they don't have faith is not true, because we are all planning for events in the future, right? I'm going to finish my graduation 3 years from now, 4 years from now. I'm going to get a job in one of these top 5 companies. I am going to get married so and so. Or my daughter, my granddaughter, my grandson is going to get married on so and so date. We are all planning for future dates, future events. Now, one would not do that unless you have faith that you are going to live for that long, or at least till that event happens. So we all have faith in life. We all have faith that we will be present in that situation, in that event. And that is what we do, right? We all have faith one way or the other. Any way you slice it, we all have faith. We are all people of faith. So from that perspective, you have to choose what you want to believe in. Where do you want to place your faith in? Do you want to believe what people say about you, especially if it is negative, right? Do you want to place faith into an authority figure in your circle of influence or in your family who's giving you advice on something that she or he has never done? I hope not. I really hope that you choose to give your faith, which is very precious, onto something that will help you achieve your dreams and goals. Okay? And Les Brown says this, and I've heard plenty of other public speakers, very popular figures, talk about the point that you need to choose. You need to be very careful with what you choose and how you move forward, right? And something which is very true. So something to think about, something to reflect upon, and based on what has happened or how you want your life to move forward, something to ponder on of what choices you want to make when it comes to faith. And believe me, I've heard this from many people, but after some time we all arrive to our own conclusions in our life that, we are where we are because of the choices we made, not because of some, evil plan somebody had for us and was expecting us to do good or bad. Right? We are where we are in life because of the choices we have made. And if that is the case, that is good news, because that means we are more in control of where we are going to get to from wherever we are today. So if you want to get to a better place, to a happy place, to your financial freedom, whatever you choose your destination to be, the choices that you make from now onwards will help you get there. The choices of the people that you surround yourself with, the choices of the faith and the belief that you want to put into, right? And believing yourself, believing in your capabilities, right? By taking more action, choosing to take the right steps, all the choices that we make will help us get there, right? And together we will be able to get to our destination. And because this podcast is about entrepreneurship, which is basically helps us get more choices in life, which means we are more control of our time, which means we are financially free. That means, we can all do that if we make the right choices, which means we are more in control. So this is great, right? This is great news. That's how I see it. I hope you found this interesting. Remember, you have unlimited potential. Own it. Thank you for listening. Until next time, take care.